My name's Raymond Coleman. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Coatesville, PA. Yeah, well, I got high earlier today. I was just walking around in a daze, and that's where I woke up. Like, I didn't even know where I was at. I had to look at the street sign to figure out where I was at.
Do that happen to you often?
Oh, yeah. I mean, getting high and walking around. I walked around. I walked into signs. I walked into poles. I walked into moving cars, just like sleepwalking because of the drugs.
And you said you have found yourself on the train tracks before?
Oh, yeah. I fell off the platform many times. Just recently, I fell off the platform. I hurt my ribs. I mean, they're still in pain. Well, I started using heroin when I was 19 years old, and then I moved out here because drugs were cheap and readily accessible, and it just got switched over. It got put in my diet without, my consent, and now I find myself addicted to it. As soon as I fall asleep, it's like everything in my pockets is gone. As soon as I wake up, if I fall asleep for 10 minutes, my shit's gone. Well, I grew up in Coatesville, PA, like I said. I grew up, my mom and dad were great parents, but they used drugs themselves, and everything was cool until I reached about 12 years old. I started stealing weed from my mom and dad, and then I got into like hanging out with older people. I switched over to prescription pills, and then once they got too expensive, I switched over to illegal drugs. I mean, my childhood was great. I couldn't ask for a better mom and dad, but once we started using drugs together, everything fell apart. They both use marijuana, cocaine, and prescription pills, but then we all started using hard drugs together. And like I said, that's when everything fell apart. Because once we got all addicted to opiates, everybody changed. Well, I started off taking the prescription pills, and then I switched over to shooting. It's just not until recently that I started smoking. I started taking prescription pills just because it was fun. Like, getting high was my personality. Like, that's what I adopted as who I was. And I didn't get high because like I was hiding from anything. I got high because I really liked the feeling of drugs. You know what I mean? I like to be euphoric. I like to feel good.
And that feeling good has a price that comes with it, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I find myself I've been homeless on the street out here in Kensington for 11 years.
Jeez, that's a long time. How has that 11 years been for you?
It's been hell, man. I mean, I find myself, fighting just to survive for, food, for shelter, for the simple things in life. And then on top of that, I got to fight to get high, like fight for money to get high. It's crazy, man. I don't have a job. I get money through illegal activities. It's nuts. It's a rough life. People try to take everything from you. They try you. They do whatever they can. You know what I mean? It's a dog-eat-dog world out here. So, you know what I mean? And when it comes to, like, getting sick, people do anything to get their drugs. So it's like, yeah, there's been fights. There's been robberies. There's been all types of things that happen to me.
How you stay safe out here?
Mainly sticking to myself. You know what I mean? Because other people cause problems. So, you know what I mean? I stick to myself for the most part.
What other hustles do you have that make you money?
Boosting's a big hustle for me, and it's like I've been in jail over and over for it. I'm to the point where it's a felony. Like if I steal a candy bar, it's a felony. But that's just my occupation right now. That's all I can do.
So how you feeling today?
I feel all right for the most part. I mean, I just took a little nap, like I said, waking up on your street. So I'm starting to feel the feelings of withdrawal now. It's like, every 4 hours you got to get high or else you're going to be sick. Oh my God, I started having seizures. I never had seizures before in my whole life. I have seizures now. I start going into withdrawal every 4 hours. You start sweating, throwing up. You can't even walk like a block. Like it exhausts you 100%. You can't eat. Like it's crazy. Like I'm scared of it.
And a lot of people are dying from it also too.
Yeah, people are having seizures and dying, and like that's what they don't realize is like it's not just painful. Like people are seriously like dying from this, and if you don't get medical attention, like it's the chances of you dying are good. All right, for me lately, like I've been trying to get clean, man. I've been in and out of rehab since January, but my biggest problem is finding housing. Because being homeless and not getting high, them two things don't mix. Like you gotta get high to be comfortable out here. And right now I've been finding myself not being able to find housing, and that's been keeping me sick. It's been keeping me getting high. So for the most part, I've been trying to get clean for the past 4 or 5 months. I've been to shelters, I've been to halfway houses, I've been to recovery houses, and it's like You know, I've been in and out of institutions since I was 16, so it's like having people over top of me is really, you know, it's hard to deal with. You know what I mean? Having that my whole life, like I want my freedom, and you know, I can't have it both ways. I can't like it's really hard right now. It really is because like there's so many hoops I gotta jump through to get clean. And
Right. What
just trying to
about,
do that.
hygiene? How you take care of your hygiene out here?
Right now, I have somebody who lets me come into their house, but and take a shower on a weekly basis, and thank God for that because there's been times when I've been out here for you know, a month or two without a shower. You know, and it's summertime, so you know what I mean. It's even worse now.
It's tough, man. Take us through your day from the AM to the PM.
All right, so I wake up in the morning and I got right now I'm on methadone, so I make my way down to West Philadelphia to go to the methadone clinic, and then I get back on the train. I go and I boost. I come back down to Kensington and I get high, and then I go back out to the neighborhoods, go to you know, a convenience store, a Wawa or something, and go boost again. Come back down to Kensington and sell my shit that I stole, get high, and I repeat that 2 or 3 times a day. And then I find myself, you know, in many different places to rest my head. Like I don't have a single place where I lay down at night. And then when I wake up in the morning, I repeat the process: methadone clinic, then boost, and come down here and get high, and then just
Cycle, right?
yeah.
What all have you lost due to your addiction?
Really, it ain't what I lost; it's what I never gained. I've been getting high since I've been 12 years old, and then I started using hard drugs at 14, 15. So it's like I never gained anything. I've never obtained a real, you know, family of my own. I never had a real job. I never owned anything. I never had more than $800 in my pocket at one time. It's because of my drug addiction. Yeah.
Your foot is in a trap.
Yeah, exactly, and it's hard to get out once you're in the system. Like it's really hard to get out, man. Without help, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't help you around here, which they do, but it's like it's a constant fight, and there's no rest. There's no time in between to get your bearings straight, to get your head together, and the constant wear and tear is exhausting.
Facts. Let's talk about school. How far you went?
I dropped out of high school because of my drug addiction. I used to go to school just to get high, but 10 years later, I found myself in county jail, and I got my GED.
That's amazing. That just tells me you're a smart guy.
It's very hard to like connect myself with where my peace of mind came from 0 to 12. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't even an adult. I didn't know too much about life, so it's very hard for me to find like what it was in life that you know made me happy. I don't even know. I don't even know who I am.
If you could start your life all over, what would you do differently?
Damn, that's a hard question because even though this has been very hard for me, I'll be very grateful once I get out of this, and I know I'm gonna get out of it at one point. I don't feel I'm gonna die a drug addict, but this is I've learned a lot of things through this, and it's gonna make me a humble person and make me grateful for the small things. So I don't really necessarily want to start this. Would want to like get rid of this part of my lifestyle, but man, if I never picked up a drug, I could have went places in life. You know, I had great potential, and I threw it all down the drain because of this.
Where you think you will have been in life if it wasn't because of drugs?
I mean, I think I would have, you know, I'd probably be married right now, and I'd have a family, and I'd have a good job. Like I'd be living my life the way I'd want to. You know, I wouldn't be alone on the street. So, you know, drugs took everything from me. It took all my, you know, it took everything I could have been from me.
What's your rock bottom?
It's really hard to say, but I would have to say my rock bottom would be death, because I've experienced just about everything there is to experience out here, highs and lows, and you know, I'm still here. I'm fighting through it. So the only thing that would be really rock bottom for me, that there'd be, you know, no going back, would be death.
Well, hopefully that won't be your rock bottom, man. Hopefully this,
not.
where you're at now, is rock bottom for you, and you can just go up from here.
It's hard right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about overdoses. How many have you had?
Man, I lost count at 30 overdoses. I stopped counting now when I get Narcan. I wake up. It's just because the drugs are so strong and the potency is inconsistent. You might get one bag one day that doesn't make you well, and the very next day you grab the same bag and it could have so much in it that it kills you. And it's crazy because like we're putting our our lives in the hands of these drug dealers and these people that are making the drugs, and they don't always do it right.
Have you developed abscesses and
Oh, I've had 5 surgeries from my this was 2 surgeries, that was a surgery, this was a surgery, and I had one on my foot. 5 surgeries from abscesses because I catch them, early, and I go to the hospital because, I seen amputations, I seen horrible things out here, from wounds and abscesses.
How do you feel about that? Seeing so many people in wheelchairs.
Oh, it's crazy. Now when you go to detox, wound care is part of the procedure. Like that, it was never like that, man. Like these drugs are literally like taking people's arms and legs, and like I seen a lady cleaning her wound and maggots fall out. Like it's crazy down here. Like these people aren't really like, afraid to lose body parts in order to get high.
That's how powerful.
That's how powerful drugs
right?
are. Yes.
That's
The
no
addiction
joke,
is really like taking people's lives and changing who they are.
If people watching this video, what are some things about you want them to know?
I just want them to know that like I still am a good person. Like drugs don't make you a bad person. It's either in you or it isn't. Like I still got my morals. I'm not one of these people that rob, cheat, and steal. Don't get me wrong. I've made mistakes. And another thing I like people to know about me is that I got a 3-year-old son, and that really drives me right now to get clean. I think that has been the most motivating factor I've had my whole life so far to get clean, because it's one thing to mess my own life up, but to put a child in the mix in this is it's not fair.
Yeah, I hear that, because not just only you suffering, your family, the people who love you is also in this nightmare with you. If I could walk in your shoes for a day, what is it like to be you?
Just imagine being alone all the time and not having anybody you could trust, and having a constant, like, having this clock that ticks down every time you get high. You got a 4-hour window to do what you got to do, or else you're going to get sick again. So you're constantly like, at a race against like your own body. It's hell. So just imagine never having time for yourself, never being able to do what you want to do because you got this drug addiction that overpowers you and points you in different directions than where you want to go.
Yeah, that's definitely deep. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see?
I see somebody who doesn't deserve to live life this way. Very compassionate. I'm a very nice person. Like I don't deserve to have the hardship that I've been going through and I find myself in now.
We're gonna get off topic, all right, brother?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite band or musician you listen to?
I like classic rock. Right now, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are my favorite musicians.
That's what's up. If you had an opportunity to start your own business, what business would you start?
You know what? I would definitely do something with addiction, because all my life, has been wrapped around this part of it. So like I have a lot of emotions for it. So if I could figure out some way to help people get out of it, I'd love to do that, because I'd be very compassionate. It wouldn't even be like a job to me.
Right. What are some of your favorite foods?
I like tacos, pizza, cheeseburgers, fast food, shit like that, greasy French fries.
Okay, that's what's up. Do you prefer the day or the nighttime?
Right now, since it's hot out, I prefer the nighttime. I mean, I always like the nighttime, just the lights and then the darkness, like the moon, stars, like shit like that. I like it.
What are your short-term goals?
One of my short-term goals right now is to get back into rehab and try and find housing. Like that's majorly like my goal is to get housing.
Okay, man. If your friends or your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
Just let them know that I'm still all right and I'm fighting. Like I'm still kicking. I'm still doing me. Like I'm still happy. I mean, I haven't let the drugs take my soul yet.
That's what's up. And do you have a spiritual or religious belief?
I'm non-denominational. I definitely believe in God, but I don't find myself part of any religion.
Got you. There is a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
Man, my addiction or my message for the world is drugs don't make you who you are. Like, learn who the person is. Don't let their actions like keep you away from them.
Yeah, that's a great one. And if you had 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
I wish that me and my baby mom could work things out and be a family with my son. Number 2, I get my family back, and number 3, I would never touch drugs again.
That's what's up, man. Well, brother, thank you so much for this honest interview. You're part of the AML family. Hope your story resonate with somebody and they won't take this path that you're on.
Yes.
And, you know, we wish you nothing but success. And remember, man, be known for your sobriety, not for your addiction.
Right.
We'll stay connected with you and see how, you know, far you go down this rabbit hole. Hopefully you'll get out before it's too late. All right, brother?
Yo, thank you, my man.
Yeah, no doubt. AML family, drop the positive comments you got for our brother. And don't be bitter, be better. We out there. Peace out.